Okay. I think we're going. I think
Is
we're
it
live.
good? Are we
Yeah, we're
recording?
live.
All right. Podcast right now. Hello, listeners. Welcome to Podcast Right Now, episode 154. It's Sunday, August 16th, and you're here with the PCRM boys. We got four of these boys today. I'm one of those boys. My name's John Michelle. On the pod today, we got $1,000 dog with us. Say hello, Chirp.
How you doing, guys?
Carl Charlberry Mixberg 4K Carl Jr. with us this
Hi.
afternoon. Hello.
What's up?
How are you, man?
I'm in better shape than I was a week ago. So
You look fly as
Good.
hell with those sunglasses on, bruh.
I love these sunglasses. They fit over my real glasses, so I wear them.
Yeah,
all
that's
the
the
time.
key.
Oh,
That's
you're
the key.
double layering right now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then also on the pod, he's a bald man. He's a wise man. He's a friend of the family. We call him TV's Joe Concerto. Joseph, hello.
Hello. Thanks to your youngest for stepping on my intro, but that's okay. We love her.
She's here. She's here. The wife is currently buying the children clothes and restocking our pantry and refrigerator. So this is a super secret podcast. And as soon as she gets home, I'm in a lot of trouble, boys.
That's a bold
Wow.
ask of her to do all those things.
Yeah, you would think I'm cheating on her with another like maybe my secretary or another female woman out there in the world, but it's not the case. I'm just doing a wholesome podcast with my friends.
Are these back to school clothes that she's been tasked with getting, or just all purpose clothes?
I think all purpose / back to school.
So they could
Because
go back to school and
will
they
take
can hang out on
place
the weekend.
Well, back to school will take place at our dining room table. So
Oh, you guys are totally remote still?
that's correct. Yeah, we're all digital going back. The kid can do preschool. They're still doing preschool, but I'm hesitant to send her. I don't know. I flip flop on how fearful I am of
I
the
feel
COVID.
like preschool you learn just as much as you would by watching episodes of Yo Gabba Gabba. That's not really necessary.
It's different. It's more of a social thing
It's
and
a social thing, but yeah.
yeah. But now I'm concerned. I really am. Like they both were doing really well with their studies, and now I feel like, but it's going to be the same for every kid, so I probably don't need to worry that much. But I feel like this is definitely stunting their development. You know, just
Sure.
sitting home and not interacting with their teacher, their fellow students, all this stuff. So
Well, no, it really does sound like just with everyone's doing remote learning, just there's a lot of digital penetration for our kids in Ohio these days.
So
did you just want to say that?
Put it.
Yeah, you just wanted to say penetration or something.
I did want to say digital penetration, yes.
All right, and how are you feeling afterwards now that you got that out?
Good.
Good.
Strong 6 out of 10, I feel.
Oh,
And a digit for any of our listeners who think that was just a play on the word penetration. A digit can be a finger, so it's a full double entendre.
Yeah. Well, it could be a toe too, technically. So kind of
triple
Yeah,
on top.
good luck with that.
wow.
Yeah.
You got to get a running start with that thing.
Game to know you.
The old cunt punt.
Laces out, boys. Laces out. What the hell's going on? Joe, we got a lot to cover this podcast. Kevin had a birthday. We're going to wrap up Passion of the Ration. I got a bike, and I just want to talk about riding bikes a little bit. Fred Trump, #WrongTrump. We're going to get the live update. And then you have and this is, I think, where we want to start, but you had a situation with your pet, your doggy there. What happened, man?
Yeah, we're just coming off the heels of this one. This is breaking news as of last night.
Oh dear.
Got home from a walk. We do a night walk. It tends to be, less neighborhood dogs out and about for her to bark at, which we're working on. That's neither here nor there. So we get home from the walk. She's tired, but she wants to go out and explore the backyard. That's usually kind of her thing. She comes in, has some water.
Down, boy.
Goes right outside, and this time, so she goes on the deck, lights on. She kind of goes out of view. I turn on the TV. I'm going to play some Xbox or whatever. And then I hear her like scamper around, like kind of wildly on the deck. And then
Wild scamper.
there's a wild scamper. Don't really see what's happened, but very quickly the smell sets in. And it's like a terrible burning rubber that just pours right through the closed door. And then, she's been skunked. She runs up on the door like she's been maced. She's like coughing and spitting up stuff. And
Oh no.
it got her. It got her. So then I'm like, oh shit. What did this just happen? Like I'm still like in denial about what's happened. So thinking, okay, well, what do I do? So I start Googling what to do if your dog is skunked.
Yeah.
And how do I possibly get this out? The first thing it says is do not let your dog inside. So I said, okay, that's cool. She can hang outside for a bit. It's kind of like she's been bitten by a zombie. She can come nowhere near me. Otherwise, I'm going to be contaminated as well.
Well, then you're going to have to buy furniture or carpet or something. Yeah, that would be bad.
For sure. So I'm on to that one. And then it starts listing off all these ingredients that I don't have. And it's already past the time when the stores have closed. So it's
you're
like
in a situation. Yeah,
it's kind of a makeshift situation. Meanwhile, the lady had already gone.
House.
I'm telling you what, the lady had already gone to bed. She's dead asleep, and all of a sudden she comes out. The smell is so bad that it's seeped into another part of the house. She's woken up from the dead sleep. She's like, "Is that a skunk?" And then I kind of have to explain the situation. So the whole house has been taken over by the smell.
When was the last time you guys were stirred awake by an odor? I can't even remember. I don't know. Like usually it would be like a fire. Maybe I smell smoke.
Like,
this is danger. But to be
that's like the
with
last sense that you think of that would wake you up. Usually it's going to be an audible noise or
a touch,
bright light, maybe. Yeah. I guess maybe a taste would wake you up probably equally as.
I'm sure you've aroused or woken up your young lady with a taste before, right? That's happened.
Yeah. You just jag off wildly into them. It's fine. But then, so she's up now.
Like a prank, like you put cinnamon on her lips or something like that. Jeez, man.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You always take it so dirty.
So we got the dog is still outside, and so we set about washing her. So I've got like a little stake that you twist into the ground, and then it's got like a cable wire on it. So we put her on that so she can't run into the yard because the yard is totally dark in the back. Can't see shit. So she's up on the deck on the thing, and we're trying to wash her off as best we can with like human soap and dish soap, and then just trying to get it.
How's that doing? Is that making a dent? I mean, is that getting the surface funk at least? Or
it's hard to tell because the skunk, the smell is not limited to just the dog. Like the entire outside smells like shit, so you can't really even tell what's been cleaned and what's. So we're just kind of going over her as best we can and drying her off. And then, put her in the cage for the night, which I felt really bad about because she's, number one, just been through this traumatic experience. Like she was shaking and stuff. And then number two, she's always like, she sleeps with me every night in the bed. And so to have to stick her in the crate, it's like, oh, you had this skunk, you got skunked. Sorry about your luck. Go sleep in your cage.
Yeah, you're being punished for being punished, buddy.
Yeah. So skunks have now made my list of my least favorite neighborhood animal. They've now beaten out the possum. I fucking hate possums, but this being my first brush up with a skunk, they just jumped way up into the lead. I think a possum would have to like, I don't know, bite the head off of one of my family members to take that lead back. But
they're just creepy looking. They're harmless otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they actually eat a lot of like mites and mosquitoes, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's pretty helpful. But
we're down with possums.
They just look gross, and that's why I don't like them.
Yeah.
But pretty close to me, there's a neighborhood pet and car wash. So I took her there this morning, which she also wasn't a fan of. She's never really had a proper bath. And so she's got to walk up this little ramp thing onto like the bathing bay. You put in your card, it lets you switch between like water, shampoo. People who own dogs probably already know what I'm talking about.
I've never heard of this. I didn't know that they had car wash / dog wash establishments. This is all.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they have a
so
little spot for your dog to go to?
yeah. Well, it's not in the same like physical bay as you would wash a car. It's like
Right.
here's where the car washes. I guess they figure we already got water and soap running into this place. Let's
Yeah.
make it
Let's
for
get some
pets,
dogs
too.
in here.
Yeah, I always saw the signs for those car and pet washes, but I just thought you dragged them behind your car in the regular car wash.
Strap them to the roof or something,
I
maybe.
mean, I guess you probably could. You might save a couple bucks. This cost $9 for 10 minutes, which is a pretty steep rate.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get to alternate between your water, your shampoo, your shampoo for gentle dogs or whatever that's called. I guess that's like a if they've got sensitive skin.
Sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, conditioner, and then there's also like um, a flea and tick one, which I put on there. She's already on flea and tick meds, but I thought, why not? We're here. Let's get her some of that. Let's
The reality is it's the same shampoos and soaps that they use for the car wash section of their
that
setup.
definitely crossed my mind. But at least your Chrysler.
Why is this flea and tick shampoo rainbow colored? That's odd. I don't remember that.
The rain really beads off of my puppy's coat ever since his bath there. I don't know what's going on.
My Jeep never gets fleas or ticks. Awesome. But she did that. She's real short-haired, so she was pretty much dried off by the walk home. And then, she is pretty decently smelling now. There's definitely still a spot where it's coming across.
Okay.
So, like that was
But
probably
still, I thought it was like several days. Like your dog's gonna smell like a skunk until it fades out. I didn't know there was. I'm surprised to hear that one day after the event that it's clearing up.
It's clearing up a bit, and it is probably going to be like it's an oil, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's still going to be a while to work its way out. I was told I text another group of dog owning people right before the pod, and the first thing that my friend Andrew said was, whatever you do, don't bathe her right away. Put this product on instantly, because otherwise, if you bathe her every time she gets wet again, it's going to re-smell like the skunk. So I'm a little worried about that happening. I've also, right before the podcast, I took some laundry out of the dryer. I had obviously washed the towels that were used last night, but I just kind of threw them in with other stuff that was already in the washer. And now everything kind of generally smells a bit like a skunk. So I'm hoping I didn't bake that smell in when I threw them into the dryer. We'll see.
Do you guys like the smell of skunk, like from a safe distance? Just the hint of it?
Not really. No.
I'm a fan of this smell.
You like it?
But I'm wondering what's the closest up that I've ever actually come into contact with it.
So I had that same thought. Like normally when you see a dead skunk in the road, it's kind of like naturey, a little bit like some weed that's not so great. This is kind of fine. A skunk's been here.
Yeah.
No, not this one. This is like full on.
Up
this
close,
is burnt
it's
rubber.
like biological warfare. Like
this is like they should put this shit in mace.
Like it's an experience, right? Like
yes,
you're not like, oh, that stinks. It's like, Jesus, I'm surrounded by the dark arts.
No, this is like after we put her down. Like
put her down.
Well, put her to bed.
Hey, man, you gotta cut your losses at some point.
She didn't get skunked that bad where she's got
insult to injury.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Sorry, we're just looking for a new one now. You smell too bad.
Says your skunk spray contains sulfur-based organic compounds called thiols, THIOLS.
Yeah, I read that same article.
Lets off an immediate blast of acrid scent. It's reminiscent of rotten eggs. And then, I was just curious. I was like, what is in skunk spray?
I really would have rather the skunk took a shit on her than spray her with the skunk spray. I think that would have been way easier to clean up. Because this was to the point where we went to sleep and laying down, like the smell was keeping me up for at least another hour. Just it was all I could imagine. Like every time I rolled over, I tried to bury my face into the pillow and just smell that, and then I'd have to come up for air. And
it says it's a sulfur-containing analog of an alcohol.
I mean, I guess that sounds accurate.
It's weird.
I know that I farted pretty hard a couple times, and it didn't put a dent in the skunk smell.
Wow.
No.
Joe, don't you have like a full closet of products that'll sort of knockdown, scents that emanate from different places in your
organic
house.
things.
different-
Yeah.
I mean, those are all bleach based. I don't want to use anything on like
Yeah.
good furniture.
Yeah, what are you, Donald Trump? You're going to start injecting your dog with Lysol or detergents? No.
I will say that I went to pick up Febreze this morning as soon as I got done washing her. That stuff has actually made a pretty big dent. I thought that was just for like when you take a shit or if you're trying to conceal the smell of pot from your parents, but it's cutting through the smell of skunk pretty well. So
Just inside your house, you mean? Like on your carpet and stuff?
inside the house, I've been pretty liberal. I've just been walking back and forth from room to room, just kind of unloading for like 5 to 10 seconds at a time, just letting it kind of soak in, and then it cuts through it, and then you'll walk in and out, and kind of spot spray stuff. I'm going through a lot of this Febreze right now. I probably should have bought a second.
If you have a really bad spot, we were talking about some pet cleaners and scent and odor treatment. You might try one of those that has like that Oxy advertising on it. We've had a lot of luck with the odor's nothing close to a skunk when a dog takes a shit on your carpet, but I talked about it last episode about how surprised I was at how it just like immediately vanished. Like it made, I don't know, it was some sorcery. I was impressed.
Well,
Maybe
I'm gonna go ahead
that
and,
would make a dent on your odors,
I'm going to go ahead and say that John, for you as a new dog owner, you should probably get the skunk removal actual spray that you have to get from a pet store.
Sure, yeah.
Kroger didn't have it, but yeah, there are
Just
a lot
have
of
it on
skunks.
hand, you're saying, yeah.
Yes. I'm going to get some of this, even if it's too late because I've already washed her or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those things you want to have.
Now I don't know, like skunks, like how it chooses, I guess, where it wants to live. I know they burrow, and so under our front porch, starting maybe in like February or something, we noticed that we had like some holes showing up around our porch, and I thought it was maybe like a gopher or something, and turns out it was like a skunk family right under our porch, and at night they would come out, and so it was like a mama skunk
Robinson?
and then 2 little baby skunks that would come out too, and it was like, well shit, this is a problem. And my wife's a big animal nerd, and so like I thought, well shit, let's just run the hose in there and or poison it or something, let's get them out of there. Then we thought about calling a professional or something and seeing what that would cost to just have them like humanely removed or whatever, returned to nature. So then we get our puppy, and we're going out late to the front yard a lot for peas and poops and what have you. I haven't seen those striped little bastards in a month, and I'm wondering, like, with the presence of a dog, do they move on? Do they say, all right, well, this is not a good place to have I don't know. But
Well, I mean,
it was nerve-wracking knowing that any day, any moment I walk out on my porch, I could immediately get blasted by a skunk. That would be a
I
bummer.
can tell you from my experience, the skunk did not move on. I've definitely seen them since I started walking her more at night, since it's cooler and we see less dogs. Like I said, definitely see them all around the neighborhood, and I think there is one specifically living under my deck, or at least sleeping there, like a skunk hobo.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened. Is like she went out in the
shanty
deck.
town under there.
Yeah, she
Living
went out in
under
the
your
deck
deck?
and like leaned her face down or something, and then kind of got blasted. And yeah, that's I don't know.
What do skunks do?
Go to that deck.
Why do we need skunks? Maybe we could I say we wipe them out, Do they do anything? Do they kill spiders or something?
Probably.
It sounds like they eat a lot of trash.
They're not raccoons,
No, but it sounds like a raccoon. They do get into your trash and kind of live off that, because I don't know otherwise what they're living off of in the suburban neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe like seeds and nuts and things like this, or insects. I don't know what a skunk eats. We have the technology. I'll find out.
Yeah, let's find out what a skunk eats.
Yeah, but the baby ones were so cute. We would look out of our living room window and we would see them come out at night, and it was like, oh, that's really cute. But also, it's like looking at a loaded gun pointed at your face. I don't know. Not interested in skunks.
No.
And we were all raised, pretty rural. So like that's not like you knew when a skunk bomb went off somewhere. Like especially Carl, you were kind of out there a little further away from town, and then so was I. And yeah, man, skunks They mean
You're
business.
bad news.
Let's
get
see.
ya.
What do skunks eat? Let's take a look here. Um, Plant and animal material, insects, larvae, earthworms, grubs, rodents, lizards, salamanders, frogs, snakes, birds, moles, and eggs. They also commonly eat berries, roots, leaves, grass, fungi, and nuts. So they're cleaning up out there. They just eat whatever's
Like whatever.
around. Yeah, so they eat it all. It
The
turns
whole
out.
neighborhood is my buffet,
Hey,
basically.
Tell you what, I would pay good money to see a skunk eat a snake or bird, though. That sounds
Fuck it.
that sounds fun.
I hope they fucking try an eagle. Just try an eagle out. Go for it, you fuckers.
Yeah,
Hate
I
you
love
all.
it. Well, good story. I hope everything clears up there, and then yeah, again, I would maybe try some of those pet odor removers. Maybe that would have a dent, or use the same kind of chemistry to. What does it do? It's like on a molecular level. It sort of
Our
it just
company
it
makes a good
traps the
one.
yeah.
It's got like enzymes that actually consume and the
Organic stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
we've used yours like around our litter box and stuff, and it's been a success. So, Kevin, you had a birthday, my main man, my brother
I
from
did.
another mother. I was so happy to be
Right.
able to pop over and say, hey, we watched a little bit of UFC last night. I understand you went golfing.
Yeah, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? Yeah, we played 9 holes. Got out in the sun. I had one golf lesson last week, so I kind of thought like I'm gonna surprise everyone today. I'm gonna set the world on fire, and then I played probably my worst 9 holes out of the last month.
Did the
But,
lessons get it? Did you get too much in your head or something? Or I don't really understand golf, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know. I mean,
you
the
think you'd be
first
a
few
little
times
better?
I was like going off of a very like a baseball grip, just kind of an instinctual put 2 hands on a club and try to hit it.
Yeah.
Line up your
So
door knocking knuckles.
so he this coach guy, he kind of gave me a whole new swing and thought I had it down. I guess maybe I didn't, because was not hitting the ball solidly.
Yeah.
But
Slicing it and just going off to the side a lot, that kind of thing.
I just kept getting over top of it. So
Okay.
I don't think I had like one good shot all day.
Ah.
But you know what they say, a bad day on the golf course still beats a good day at the office.
Hey.
How old did you
Gone
turn?
fishing.
53, 55?
34.
These sound like very old manish sayings, though.
Hey man, it's going around, Joe. I don't know if you knew this, but we're all getting to that mid-30s, past the mid-30s range. It's like we got to start golfing. Got to start paying attention to what we eat. I've been bitching about this watch and the biking and the reading and stuff. Yeah, get your colon checked.
That's right. I
Gotta do
got
it all, man.
got myself one of the magic watches too. Allison got me an Apple Watch for my birthday. So
is that the Generation 3, I guess?
Yep.
Nice,
which is waterproof, or effectively waterproof, or whatever you can swim in it. Yeah, but this thing takes my heart rate, so I should be 6'3" and jacked in no time.
It will, yeah. Everyone knows if you do a lot of cardio, you'll add a couple inches.
And the other cool present I got was Lance and Audrey. They set it up so that my dad and I are going to be like cardboard cutouts at the Cincinnati Reds stadium.
I love this.
Through the rest of the season.
I love this.
This is all the baseball teams now are doing no fans, so they have like just pictures in the crowd.
Oh, that's
are they physical, or are they adding like digital?
All the ones I've seen in baseball are like actual cardboard cutouts. I think the NBA is doing a thing where they have like a video feed and you can actually react in real time.
I'd like to get my hands on that printing contract, right? I don't know what company they're using, but
sounds lucrative.
It's a lot of seats, a lot of
Get
fans.
One of these too, Chirp.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
Very own T-shirt.
What's it say at the top in pink? I can't see.
The real
Chirp Daily. I love it. Cool, man. Any other sweet gifts? You got your watch. You got your. Oh no! You got to tell us about those cutouts. What aren't you in like a special outfit or something?
Yeah. They said I'm dressed up as Freddy Krueger. So I think this is from this is from that one Halloween karaoke probably that we did at Taj Bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm Freddy Krueger. I don't know what my dad's wearing, but
That's awesome. Oh, and they got your dad too. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna watch and try to spot you.
Yeah, and the MLB TV or like it's really easy to go back and find any spot in a game. So we're going to be down the third baseline, a few rows back, and it shouldn't take long, 1 or 2 games before the camera's going to pan.
Yeah,
pretty cool. You know, I'll have a screenshot for us.
Yeah, get us a screen cap, and yeah, that sounds hilarious, man. I'm pumped.
Kevin,
I wonder what one costs. You know,
What's that?
I wonder what one cost, like a seat, like that deal. You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was like, I want to do
$100
one,
if I had to
but
guess.
I want my cutout to like be in the nosebleeds, and then just like when I really go to a game, I want my cutout to like sneak down to the good seats when an usher's not looking. I want that to be on camera.
It's pretty good.
Oh, dude, they should have cutout ushers too, and cut out like beer guys and whatnot.
Yeah. Some sports leagues are using the Unreal Engine to digitally place like fans and stuff, and then I've even seen or heard of people being able to watch the game and then pipe in audio of like them cheering and screaming at their TV and stuff.
That was my
Is that
idea.
football or basketball?
I
think
don't know.
basketball's doing that maybe, but yeah, it's kind of some cool augmented reality stuff that they're getting into. I really want them to like improve. I mean, there's not a large enough install base to invest the time and money into it, but like I think it'd be cool to like have a VR situation where you could put a headset on and then have an avatar appear or your avatar appear at the game from your seat and be a part of it that way. I think that would be cool. And then televise that as like when you're watching the game, you're seeing the real movement of, you know, the the motion tracking of like the people in the stands and stuff. I mean, people would probably be acting like jagoffs and doing middle fingers and stuff.
Why stop with the seat though? If you have that technology, what if you paid like top dollar to be
on
like,
the field?
Yeah, like somebody like the catcher.
You know, EA Sports, you're in the game.
Yeah, and they've done that with like 360 or like 180 3D video and VR, where it's like, you know, they put the camera super close, like a backboard cam, or right on the baseline, you know, under the backboard. So I know you can do that, but yeah, to have an avatar, like, all right, hold on, we gotta. Like the game would look stupid, right? If like there would just be people meandering around the field and like getting close to stuff if you watched it and the avatars were present, but all the players wouldn't know because it's all virtual. I think that would be pretty funny.
I think it'd be cool if they made it so the players did know and they had to actually like avoid and kind of sidestep. You could get up in their faces and start waving your arms.
Yeah. So then we need like some of that Tupac hologram technology. Yeah. Like to actually shine them down on the field, that would be nuts.
This is going to be kind of expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, they could just render all the bodies of the audience and then like have you zoom in, and they could just like center the camera around or crop your face and put you on a pre-rendered body somewhere that's like just standing there doing something.
Yeah, and they have places and people that provide this service that'll do like super high quality digital scans and photogrammetry of your head and face for that purpose. So you have like a real high quality render of your head or face to animate or put into software or to put into, you know, whatever. But Facebook is also working on some really good like AI machine learning shit that you can do with the AR cameras on just like an iPhone, where you can get a decent capture of your head and face, and then it will, with a VR headset on, if it'll have like eye tracking and then a camera that watches the lower part of your face and then can like mimic your face movements real time. So there's some demos of that. If you're interested, look on YouTube. But I was impressed. I was like, okay, this is like we're getting there, like Matrix level, Ready Player One level technology. It's pretty cool. But it's one of those things where they put two faces side by side, and then whoever's doing the conference is like, all right, which one's the real one? Like Uncanny Valley, like it's that good looking. It's pretty cool.
Chirp Daly's the real one.
Yes.
Real Chirp.
So please, Kevin, rank your birthday for us.
Rate it like fishing poles.
Yeah.
All that.
We'll say 8. I guess I had
nice. It's nice.
I had Adriatico's pizza. We're doing round 2 today. The sisters and their guys are coming over, and we're gonna have Ethiopian food. So
there you go.
Good food birthday. Allison also made like little key lime frozen kind of pie, cake things. So that was good.
How did that jalapeno pineapple sit with your tum tum? Did you get any weird grumbles or?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I take a heartburn pill like every day just because
Okay.
I like some spicy foods.
Yeah.
And so I get the jalapeno pineapple, and then I actually put I douse it in crushed red pepper also.
Okay, because I last night and this morning was just kind of like, I think I could diarrhea. You know what I mean? Like it didn't happen yet, but
wait, did you think away the diarrhea?
I prayed away the diarrhea is what I learned. I went to a camp when I was really young. I'm pretty sure during like puberty I thought I was pretty much convinced I was gay, and then my parents sent me to this camp, and they taught you, as well as like praying away the gay and using the power of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to sort of fix my sexuality. They teach you a bunch of tricks there. So not only can you become a straight man, but indigestion, headaches.
Wow.
Sometimes if you're just cold,
all things how to tighten your asshole.
That's all. That's how I avoid getting COVID.
Yeah. That's how Joe.
The power of Christ.
That's how Joe learned to play saxophone too.
Yep.
He just prayed.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. JC's a good man.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Well, congratulations on turning your 26 this year. So
yep.
Good shit. Do you guys want to wrap up Passion of the Ration or save it?
Yeah.
I'm not really prepared at all. Do you guys want to decide a winner? I'll get trivia pulled up. Until then, let's talk about this Fred Trump. You guys want to get into that? I believe Joe has the full story.
The full story. We're on Trump Watch 2020, Fred Trump Watch 2020, and I can confirm for you now, Fred Trump is dead.
This is Donald Trump's brother, you said.
This is Donald Trump's younger brother. He died at the ripe old age of 71. Apparently, he had been battling some unknown disease for a couple months.
I think this is Robert Trump.
Maybe. Fred Trump is his dad. My bad. Yep. Got ahead of myself there. But yeah, I've been battling an unknown disease for a couple months. I don't know if a statement has been released since the last time that I saw the story that he was just dead. Trending on Twitter right now is #WrongTrump. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you feel anything for a Trump you've probably never heard of? Does it factor into your current, if any, feelings for the Trump you know anything about? What are your takes?
Yeah, I have no feelings about this person dying, and Donald Trump probably doesn't have a whole lot of feelings about it either. I would guess. I do think it's crass when people take sort of pleasure in the deaths of certain people, or suggest that maybe someone else should have died. That seems a little uncalled for.
Oh,
I'll agree there.
Do you think people are actually taking pleasure in his death, or you think they're all just kind of making a collective Twitter joke or hashtag? And to be fair, with the trending, I have noticed that there are equally a lot of people popping up and saying, "Oh, I can't believe #WrongTrump is trending," which makes it trend even harder.
Right.
I just a joke's a joke. One on the screen here that's says, "Dear Grim Reaper, you took the wrong hashtag wrong Trump, or you took the hashtag wrong Trump." Sorry.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
see that up there. Yeah.
Whatever.
Wait, so...
it just reminds me of like Drew Sherrick or something, where it's like people who honestly want to like eat the rich or whatever.
Yeah,
and,
right.
I think I've seen a lot of posts about like COVID, and they announced college football was not going to happen recently.
Oh, that was
like,
a big deal.
Man, I wish we could get all the college football fans together and just let nature take its course.
Oh God,
like, you fucking idiots! Like, just can't appreciate football.
Yeah, I don't believe in like. I don't think I really believe in like karma or anything like that, but I don't know that it's not real. So that's like one of those things where if you're going to spend a lot of time talking about how you wish people would get hurt or die, like I feel like you're kind of asking for that pendulum to swing back and be like
cruising for a bruising.
Yeah, I'd rather not mess with it, you know.
On what basis?
Leave it alone. I don't know, just general fear, just normal fear of the unknown.
So I'll tell you that back when I was a younger man, and they announced that Osama bin Laden had been killed, I did go to a celebration of sorts.
Wow!
At Ohio State, went to a impromptu Mirror Lake jump in back when you were still allowed to do those types of things. There were a lot of flags floating around, a lot of people being drunk and patriotic.
Yeah, and then what happened? That one kid did a gainer and broke his spinal cord and died in Mirror Lake. So exactly, you just
but not for Osama bin Laden. That
it was related,
just for beating Michigan.
Well, it was you guys cursed. You cursed the lake that night. Yeah.
You did that.
You did that.
I wasn't in the lake. I was watching from the sidelines.
Man, you were there laughing it up with everybody else who has all the answers.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to.
Earlier, you were like, I was jumping in the lake.
I just wanted to take part in some merriment of America's greatest national enemy being murdered by America's most heroic SEAL 6 team. So is that okay to celebrate? Or when we got Saddam, was that okay to
be like, probably.
I don't know.
If people do heinous things, then at least you're, I don't know. I'm not sure where the line is, but I think you're celebrating somebody who is just a bad person and not somebody who has a difference of opinion or.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if this Trump is a bad person or is a great person. I know nothing about him either.
I don't know. This is your segment.
What? Well, I mean, it's topical based on that it's Twitter. The millennials love the Twitter. There's a Donald Trump involved laterally. People have opinions on him, so I thought we could all jump in on it.
I read the book recently, and I don't remember hearing much about Robert Trump in Mary Trump's book.
He's the black sheep of the family.
I think that's the drunk who died.
Yeah, I thought her dad was the black sheep of the family.
I don't know. They're all black sheep.
I think the drunk who died was Freddie, and he was named after Fred.
Yes.
I am. I'm gonna get some milk for a child and refill my coffee here. I will be right back, boys.
I went down.
Constable, so boring.
Hey, Constable. I went down a rabbit hole the other morning. Sometimes I'll wake up and roll over in bed and like scroll through Quora and just kind of read, different random articles or whatever. And somebody was talking about Trump and all of his connections to the number 666. And I don't know how many of them are like verifiable, but this guy had a lot of energy for all the different ways that Trump is the Antichrist.
Well, isn't the Antichrist isn't the basic whatever theory on that or story of that is like a false idol that all of these people love more than God, and they think he's changing things for the better in a big way, but when in actuality it's like fascism in terms of the of the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the Quora author's word as gospel here, but they're when they make reference to the Antichrist in the Bible, like there's a lot of stuff about that he'll be this like boastful person or whatever, and there's some specific reference to promising to make things great. And so that's probably like the biggest whatever single line in there. But there was all this stuff like I guess allegedly he bought like several different properties that have the street address 666, and then there's like multiple buildings that he owns that are 666 feet tall, which like seems like I would have heard of this by now, but it was a really interesting kind of rabbit hole to go down.
Just be like, I would do that if I if I had money and I was just like I could buy whatever properties I wanted and stuff. I would do weird cryptic things like that just to make people be like, hey, why does he have all these? I mean, I don't know, I'm not Trump.
Is the Antichrist supposed to be cognizant that they are the Antichrist with these allusions to 666? Are they supposed to be putting up these kind of glaring, I guess, signal virtuing to the other devil worshippers?
Yeah, maybe that's the rule, is you have to do like at least 10 666 things, and then if nobody calls you on it, then you win and the world is doomed.
Okay.
So hopefully that author gets more content views.
I missed it. Who are we talking about?
God damn, pal. Donald Trump.
Trump loves the number 666, and he's the Antichrist, I guess, according to one Quora author.
Oh, man.
Before we start the passion for the ration, I'm going to refill my milk, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, get your minds warmed up, boys, because it all comes down to this. Passion of the Ration 2020, brought to you by Gold Bond this year. We are going to decide our winner. Last episode, we had our final... Oh, shit. Did it tell me? Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Discord was asking me, how was your stream? I'm like, I'm still doing it. Yeah, no.
I was asking about your piss.
Oh.
Yeah, how's your piss stream doing, boy?
It's pretty good. I'd like it to be a little lighter in hue, but what can you do? Sometimes you have to drink 19 IPAs and only coffee. So
that rhymed.
They're coming out with a new IPA that's clear, so that you can drink 19 of them and still have piss that looks like you're healthy.
You're like, I'm pretty hydrated. Good job, me. No, 2020 Passion of the Ration 2020. Last episode we did a big kind of last game. We said we were going to end it in July, but I think we missed a couple weeks in there, so we finished her up last week. Check out that episode to get caught up. 153, I believe. And we had Carl, Joe, and Kevin face off. Kevin and Joe ended up tying, and so this is the ultimate tiebreaker, the end of a long and winding road. The winner will receive dinner at hopefully a nice-ish restaurant. We said that cloth napkins had to be involved at this restaurant, several forks and spoons, and we'll pick up.
You said that.
I did. It might end up just being Chili's, but we don't know. Whoever wins, their dinner's on us, and I'm stoked to get into it. What we'll do is we'll do a hot 10, and I'll let Kevin pick a category and Joe pick a category out of the options I have here, so that way it's somewhat fair. Yeah, I don't want to lean it in any one direction. So I'd like this to be the true decider of our winner. So Kevin, how you feeling today? You feeling confident? Are you scared? Where are you at mentally?
I feel okay. I'm a little foggy from all the festivities yesterday, but I'm good. I got my Apple Watch, so feeling healthy really and feeling alert.
I'm going to use that to my advantage. That you're foggy.
There's Joe. We'll get into it during the fitness / bike segment of the show, but I wanted to ask you a few things about that. So we'll get into that in a minute. Joe, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling like this is going to be are you going to win? Where are you at?
I'm feeling like anything could happen. I know that there's some subjects that I excel at. I know there's some subjects that the Chirp excels at, so we'll have to see where the cards fall. I do know that I'm a little more sober than I have been in previous outings of this game. Do you guys know that you're not supposed to drink a bottle of wine a day? Apparently,
you had thought that for a long time.
Start going to a new doctor, or?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Apparently, the doctor that I've been seeing, he's not a real doctor. He's just a wine salesman.
He has one of those big like spittoon things in his office. That's the first giveaway. Yeah. It's like, hold on, wait.
So,
wow.
I think I'm a little more lucid. I think I'm a little more mentally flexible, maybe than in previous outings. We'll see.
All right. Well, you may have missed it, but I got 10 questions for you two, and I'll let you both pick a category out of the offerings. That way, we can make it as fair as possible. So your options are Ohio beer, mostly golf. We got movies that have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. We have foods, cooking and eating, and finally wedding trivia. So what, Kevin, you can pick one first, and then Joe, you go next.
Let's go mostly golf, I guess.
Okay.
Topical.
All right. Mostly golf. And then Joe, do you have a preference?
So these are going to be 5 out of the 10 are coming from both of our choices, or 2 out of the 10 are coming from one question of these apiece?
You'll each pick a category. Each category has 5 questions. So
okay, I see.
Kevin wants mostly golf.
Can I hear the options again? I spaced.
Yeah. Mostly golf, which Kevin picked. Ohio beer, movies that have won the Academy Award for Best Picture, food and cooking trivia, and wedding trivia.
All right. Well,
if I were you, I'd go Academy Awards.
I
think you'd be a movie guy.
I think I have to go that way. Yeah, that's out of those categories. I didn't see no professional wrestling up there.
All right, and then we will. Does it matter which one we pick first? I guess you guys want to do golf first.
Yeah, we should go back and forth.
Yeah, is there a way to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. I love that idea. All right, cool. All right, so let's get it started. I got my best pictures and I got my golf. All right, we'll start with a golf one.
These are all 1 point apiece. Type of thing.
That's correct. Okay. And we'll just have a winner, and then we'll go to one of those other categories should we need another tiebreaker.
Before these are all shouted out.
I'll let you know before each question. Some of them are number ones. So
okay. Did we figure out what happened with the Thriller question from last week? I know you said,
I'll tell you what, I rewatched that footage. You answered simultaneous, and I think what happened was Kevin's feed like glitched out. It just sort of paused out. Did anyone else watch it? Carl, did you watch it?
I think he's gone to have a piss.
Did you guys watch it?
No.
Yeah, I pulled it up right after we recorded last week to see, and it's too close to call, man. It's definitely like a secondary level of review. Like we would have to get I don't know.
To get New York on the phone.
Yeah, some math involved as far as distances from whatever server we're using to, you know what I mean, to see some sort of input delay. I don't know. Well, we can't start till Carl gets back. I refuse.
All right.
He's like, this doesn't involve me. I'll see you guys later.
Well, while we're waiting, I can
tell
you what I am drinking.
He's here.
Oh, yep, there we go.
All right, we lost you on the feed, Sexy.
Having technical issues.
Okay.
Keep going. I can hear.
Okay. Carl, real quick before we get started, who do you think is winning this thing between Joe and Kev based on their past performances?
Kevin.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He's hungry.
All right. Mostly golf. Passion of the Ration 2020. Can we get that theme? Is that a possibility?
Yes.
I wasn't asked, but is the theme playing? I can't hear it.
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, while it's loading up, I'm going to say I think Kevin's probably going to win too. I have a very good tendency of choking in high pressure situations such as this one, so I think the advantage is going to lie there with Kevin.
Okay.
I think that's a psych out.
Yeah, he might be psyching you out.
I'm not. I have choked before. I will choke again.
I'm an easy one to psych out. I'm very suggestible.
All right.
Yo, I'm getting hungry, G. I feel like I gotta eat soon, though. Passion of the ration. Eating 3 meals like every single day. Passion of the ration. If I win all these games, then I won't have to pay. I won't have to pay. I won't have to pay. Passion of the ration. You got your eyes on my grub, boy. Motherfucking passion of the ration.
All right, it all comes down to this. Here we go. Golf is where we're starting, and your first question is a shouted out question.
18 holes.
Okay, that Joe gets the first point.
Yes.
I'm kidding. All right.
Fuck.
In the game of golf, the iconic green jacket is presented to the winner.
Masters.
Okay.
PGA Championship.
No,
Tiger Woods.
No, Masters is correct. We like Joe first on that one, is what I heard. Carl, I'm going to really need your ears on this one too, because they're going to be close. Did you hear Joe first? Maybe.
I heard Kevin first.
Are you shitting me? Maybe it's
No,
the connection.
I'm not.
Okay. So we'll. Okay.
Might need to review it.
I feel like I solidly heard Kevin saying it after I finished saying the word, versus the Thriller one. I didn't hear him say it all.
I heard Joe first, so I'm gonna give Joe the point.
Okay.
Definitely, you can feel free to review
We'll
anything that's questionable.
I am
No.
I am intercepting. So
In the Masters?
No, I think maybe
No,
Carl's saying he's gonna deal with the most or the
Yeah.
least amount of input lag. So
Or
maybe
no, I'm
Carl
gonna-
can be our. Oh.
No, I'm gonna get the most, right?
Oh, okay. I'll just go by what I hear first, and then if I don't have a good answer for it, I'll defer to Carl. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next question. We're switching over to Best Picture. I'll just give you synopsis, and you guys shout out the title of this movie. You ready? These are all movies that have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Your first synopsis is: greed and class discrimination threaten the newly formed symbiotic relationship between the wealthy Park family and the destitute Kim clan.
Parasite.
Parasite is correct.
Could have gotten that one.
Another point for JoJo. That one last year. Great movie if you haven't seen it.
That one was Joe.
Yeah, okay, Carl.
Thank you,
Motherfucker. All right, back to golf. And this will be a number one. Yeah, this will be a number one. Tell me, what year did American golf legend Tiger Woods win his first Masters tournament? Kevin, give me your year first. I feel like you guys are both just going to know this.
Nope. Not at all.
2005.
Kevin goes 05. JoJo, what's your year?
I feel like I started hearing about this guy earlier than the 2000s, so I'm going to go 99.
Okay, correct year is 1997. Another point for JoJo. Back to movies. Here's your next synopsis. Movie that has won the Academy Award for Best Picture. World's greatest ever playwright, William Shakespeare, is
Shakespeare in
young.
Love.
Shakespeare in Love is correct. More points for Joe. Golf. Kevin, we got to get you on the board here, buddy.
It's getting late early. They like
this is a shout out answer. He had great success in the Masters tournament in 1985 and then again in 93. What country is Bernard Langer from?
Germany.
Germany is correct.
Wow.
Really? Yes.
Okay.
Next movie synopsis. Two grifters team up to pull off the ultimate con.
Oh, fuck.
A short synopsis. I like when they're real short.
Can you say it again?
Two grifters team up to pull off the ultimate con.
Can you say it one more time?
Two grifters team up to pull off the ultimate con.
Damn it! I can totally picture everything about this movie except the title.
No answer. Seems like we should move on, Kev.
No, wait.
I mean, no answer.
The Italian Job.
The Italian Job is not the answer.
No,
Do you have anything, Kevin? You getting any jingles?
Two Grifters, The Ultimate Con. And I don't know.
So if we can't get the movie, the next step will be I give you the year the movie was released. And for this movie, it was 1973.
The Manchurian Candidate.
Joe's dying over there. He knows it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. The correct answer is The Sting.
Yep.
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 All right. Here's your next.
I know the song. It's the ice cream truck song.
I'm eliminated. We can finish this out if we want, but that's game.
Yeah, Joe's got 5. No, you could tie him. Joe has 5 points.
I thought that was the 6th question.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was, but no one got it.
Yeah, but there's only 4. There's only 4 left.
I see what you're saying. I was going to say I could add a question. Yeah. All right. There it is.
Caught me
No,
sleeping.
let's finish it out.
Just for fun?
Yeah, for funsies.
All right. We got to get Kevin some points anyway. This is number 1. The U.S. Open was founded in what year? Joe, give me a year. We're back to golf.
The U.S. I don't even know when golf started. Feels like a long time ago.
Long time ago in Scotland.
Yeah, so I feel like it's probably not. I don't know.
Golf has been banned, I think, 2 times in history in Scotland or Ireland, one of the two. But due to like wartime, they didn't want anyone like spending time playing golf. I thought that was funny.
I'm gonna go maybe in the roaring 20. I'll go 25. 1925.
1925. Kev, what you got?
I'll go 45.
Correct answer is 1924.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Joe, you're so confident and good at this. All right, here's your next one. At the close of World War II, a young nurse tends to a badly burned plane crash victim.
The English patient?
Yeah, the English patient is correct. Back to golf. Both of you, this is a number 1. Most golf balls have about how many dimples?
Jesus. Fuck.
That bothers Joe.
I mean, they're real dimply.
It's
like,
true.
It's like reverse braille.
Yeah, apparently it has something to do with the aerodynamics of the ball, I guess. I don't know.
Is this a regulation thing where they're allowed to have a certain amount of dimples, or it's just whatever the manufacturer wants to make?
I think it's a ball-to-ball scenario, and I have a range in front of me, so there's a chance you guys both land in the range. It's not an exact number.
Who starts? Kevin starts?
Sure.
I'll say 230.
230. Joe?
340.
340. The number I found online was anywhere from 300 to 500, depending on the manufacturer. So another point for Joe. You guys will not get this movie, but we will try. A self-conscious woman juggles adjusting to her new role as an aristocrat's wife and avoiding being intimidated by his first wife's spectral presence.
Rebecca.
Rebecca, 1940s Rebecca is correct for Joe.
The fuck?
Jeez, man. This guy knows his movies.
We had to read the book in high school, and I think it was directed by Hitchcock. I haven't actually not seen the movie, but I do know the book.
Slumdog bullshit is this? Read the book in high school.
You remember high school?
Joe goes 9. Kevin goes 0 on the scoreboard.
My asshole is just gaped open. I'm gonna have to go to that camp.
No, I'm looking at it like, man, I really screwed up my golf trivia is how I'm looking at this. But way to go, Joe. Congratulations. You are the winner of the 2020 Passion of the Ration. Sir, we can't wait to fill that belly.
Wow. Well, I couldn't have done it without you guys. And I'll be looking for some great eats pretty soon. I think it's time to go back to Skyline.
We'll bring our own cloth napkins.
Are you ignoring your child? Oh, he went on mute. No, he did.
Well, congratulations, Joe. I hope maybe this can mend some fences that were damaged between us by you last week.
Yes, I hope that my utter dominance over you has helped to mend the fences. Happy birthday again. Be on the lookout in the mail for your gift.
Oh, okay.
Same here.
Same to you, Carl. Be on the lookout in the mail for your gift.
Oh.
What's our next PCRN birthday? It's got to be Joe, right?
Yeah.
I'm in March.
No, it's
like
you.
June, isn't it?
Isn't John before me?
I guess I'd be March. Yeah. So there you go.
We got him in.
If you have a birthday, you know anyone that has a birthday, please reach out to us. It's podcastrightnow.com. You'll find a link there for all of our Twitters and our email. And let us know who's having a birthday, how they liked their birthday, what kind of loot they got, and we'd be happy to shout them out on the podcast.
I don't even remember what I did for my birthday. It was only 2 months ago. I feel like I probably just stayed home and drank.
You remember Rebecca? Yeah. You remember Rebecca, you don't remember your birthday 2 months ago. That's great.
I think he was still with his old doctor back then too, so that could play a role,
Rebecca is way more memorable than my last birthday. It won I didn't win any Academy Awards for my birthday ever, so it's kind of the deal.
You're a real cinephile, man. I love it.
I'm going to ask our good friend at Jer Bear Studios to add Rebecca to the list so we can all watch it and see
I'll watch Rebecca.
What it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested in this spectral ex-wife or whatever. Is it a ghost? Is that am I reading that right?
I think it's more like I don't know. I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm also not sure outside of the synopsis.
The poster art for the movie looks like Robin Hood or something. I don't know. I'm not aware of this Rebecca. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm gonna check to see who wrote Rebecca. See if that helps jog any memories. Daphne du Maurier. So seems like a French person.
Du Maurier?
Nope. It says she's English.
Oh.
It's a 1938 Gothic novel by English author Dame. So she's in good company with Judi Dench.
Oh, Daphne, so they didn't waste time on greenlighting a movie for that book. Somebody in Hollywood said, "Hey, we gotta get this thing."
Well, that producer was probably like, "Hey, man, I read this in high school. Let's make a movie."
Yeah, I love it. Cool. Last thing on the menu here. Fitness and bikes and running and walking. I got a new bike, you guys. It's super rad. I'll throw a picture into the chat thread, but this is. So I was riding well, first of all, I should say, since getting this stupid watch a month and a half ago, I got real into, I guess, taking care of my body and trying to move a little more, and it's mainly been walking and mixing some jogging in there. Then I got I dusted off the old inline skates, the rollerblades, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I found that 30 minutes, 45 minutes in Beat Saber on the VR, on the Oculus, that'll burn some calories. So that's another kind of exercise option I've had. Push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks in a pinch, that kind of stuff. And recently, a buddy of ours, a friend of the podcast, Zane, he rides his bike all over. He does big 20-mile trips, and he's burning insane calories. He'll put his numbers in for the day, and it's just like 250% of his goal anytime he goes on a bike ride. And I'm like, all right, well, shit. And he started getting me into it. And I'm like, well, I got to get a bike. I don't like the bike I have. I have this 1980 like Japanese company, some Lotus thing. It's a fine bike, but it's an old bike, and it's got road tires on it, Carl. So that means the tires are only like 1.25 inches wide. So if you're not on something paved, you're in trouble. So no hopping a curb, no grass, no gravel. Like it's just not going to be a great ride. And so brother Jordan calls me, and he ordered a bike from REI, and then he ordered another one because the one he wanted was out of stock and then came back into stock. The company is Salsa, and they make these really nice gravel bikes. They make bikes for, it's called bike packing, which I didn't realize was a thing. And they have all these attach points for your inventory, so you can go on these long bike rides, maybe camp along the way, that kind of thing. And he calls me up. He says, "Hey, I got this super badass bike, but the other one I wanted, I ordered it too. Do you want this bike, since I already bought it and they're building it, and we can pick it up in like a couple days?" And I talked to wife and got the okay. And yesterday we went and picked it up from REI and got our first ride in. We did the Olentangy Trail, and man, going from that old school 1980 bike that I was on before to whatever, all the bike technology, that all the changes in design and weight and all this stuff in 2020 is like bonkers. Like, I immediately was it was so comfortable. It was yeah, it was such a joy to ride. I didn't think I'd ever give a shit about bikes, or you know what I mean? But like, I'm into it. Got myself a helmet. I look like a dick in it, but you know, I think that's how helmets work. But really happy to have this bike, and it's also way more expensive and way more costly than I would ever even consider spending on a bike. But apparently when they were putting it together, there were some dings on the paint or something, which are hardly noticeable, and they cut off like 20% of the total price. And firstly, I would definitely say, if you're looking for a bike, those REI guys, we found this fella named Alex over here, and just the best customer experience. He could tell he was into it. He liked his job. He was knowledgeable. So 10 fishing poles for the purchasing experience, and then also another 9.5 for the ride experience. But if you're in Columbus and you haven't done the Olentangy River Trail, it's gorgeous. Go in and out of different wooded areas. It's not as urban as maybe you would think until you get downtown, but really loving it. Kevin, you got your hands on a bike, and we're talking about maybe going tomorrow. And I don't know. When was the last time you took a bike ride, man? I mean, for me, I was with my brother, and I shouted to him as we're tearing through this trail. I was like, "Jordan, the last time we rode bikes together, we were 12. This is awesome," you know.
Yeah,
when was the last time you took a ride, man?
It's been a long time, and that's actually one of my concerns, I guess, when it comes to riding bicycles, is that I won't remember how.
Well, you know the old adage.
What adage is that?
It's like riding a bicycle. You never forget.
Oh,
you've heard this.
Well, that's good news then. No, it's been 20 years plus, I would guess, since probably since I like found weed and trying to finger women.
Oh, I'm on it.
Would be the last time I was on a bicycle.
I'm on that same boat where he's talking about how he's riding the bicycle. I literally think I will be the one that just topples right over into the grass and skins my knees, both of them simultaneously.
Yeah.
And that's a weird bruise to explain as an adult man. It's easy as a kid.
I fell off my bike.
Yeah, yep.
I broke my arm as a youth riding bikes. We had these crazy country roads where we lived, and you would come over these hills, and you just knew you had to be all the way to the right side, because a pickup truck could come flying over that thing at 40 mile an hour, and you know they're not worried about kids on bikes. And
kids are so fucking coddled today,
dude. But I went over the handlebars and broke my arm, and that was an experience. And then I had one experience with my old bike. The first time I took it out with this new Apple Watch and everything, and I was talking to a buddy riding next to me, and I wasn't putting enough focus on what I was doing, and like I said, I had those really thin street tires, road tires, and I started to flirt with the edge of the path and like the grass and the gravel, and I immediately had that tight butthole, like, oh, okay, focus, shit, like steer it back, but don't overturn, like I'm gonna crash. That weird fear in your chest you get when someone pulls out in an intersection and you're driving, like but so far it's been no incidents there. I fell on the rollerblades once. That was a bummer, but I hear you. Like when I'm riding, especially if we're going fast, there's a part of my mind that's like, okay, here's when we crash. So don't do that. And again, just reminder, don't crash. Try not to crash. I hope that passes. I think it will, and maybe that comes with just confidence in doing it for a long time. But I'm stoked. The stoke is real.
I think it's good in a way to keep that edge. You should be afraid of crashing.
Yeah. And
because you might.
I tell you what, on this bike, it's. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer, but as far as exercise goes, if you can find something that's just fun and you really enjoy doing it and you're exercising, man, that's a win-win. Because I was doing those walks for a while and I was like, this is all right, but I'm bored. I don't really want to do this. Listening to a podcast, that's fine. Walking, I don't know, it's just boring. But the blades and the bike has made it like, I look forward to it, getting out there. Carl, what was my top speed? So I have all these analytics. We did something like 15 miles yesterday. This is my new bike. What do you think, man? How fast did I go in this new bike? Top speed. What do you like? Give me a realistic guess, everybody.
27
Kevin
miles
knows.
an hour.
27. Kevin knows. So
over the course of what distance?
14 miles, and this trail, it has some straight stretches, and I also went into it thinking like, all right, I know all this data is being recorded, so like, and I want to test the limits of the bike.
Okay.
What do you think?
Your top speed.
How fast can John go on a new bike, his first ride?
I'm not sure how long the straight stretches are, but I know how you could probably accelerate. Carl said, you said 27?
That's what Carl said, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's probably not out of the realm. I'll go 24.
Yeah, so 32 miles per hour.
Wow.
Yeah, was my top. I had an average speed of 14 miles per hour, which on my old bike, I think my top speed was more like 25 and an average of like 11 or something like that. So,
and this is just because bikes are so much better built nowadays.
It's so cool. So the way my handlebars are the looped kind, the hooked kind, like you see on like on a 10 speed.
Mom got cookies.
Mom got cookies?
Yes.
Bring me one. Mom got cookies, you guys. Okay, I'll wait. So she said I had to wait for my dinner. So the shifters on this thing are rad. So like you have the two handles for brakes, and then on the inside of the brake, there's a little button that you shift in on each side, and then so that would be to shift higher. To shift lower, you take the entire brake handle and push it in. So that's like already way futuristic. It has disc brakes like a car, right? Like a little caliper that would grab your disc and slow you down. So the brakes are super responsive. And then I just kept finding gears. It was one of those things where, because I talked to the guy at the store, and I'm like, all right, so anything I should know about taking this out for the first ride? I haven't ridden a modern bike ever, so what's the deal? He said, give it hell, man. Just shift around, go try it out, be hard on it, and then the way it works with them is you ride it for, I think, up to 6 months. I can take it back, and then they'll retune it after it's been kind of broken in. And we would do these straight stretches, and typically Zane's, especially with my other bike and just getting out there for the first time, he was sort of the pace setter. So I was like, I'll follow Zane. If he's going fast, I'll try to keep up. If he slows down, I'll slow down. He knows the trail. I don't want to die, that kind of thing. And this time around, like I felt like I was being held back behind him, and I was like, oh, this is a really high gear. Like I don't feel tired, and I'm ripping, I'm just flying. And then right when you're like, I'm passing him and I'm picking up all this speed, I'm like, this is awesome. And then I switch one more time, and then there's a gear higher than that. And I'm like, oh my God. So you're flying, like you're going, 32 miles an hour, but your RPMs of how fast you're pedaling are like literally like this slow, because you're just in this highest gear, just cranking it. It was so fun. So yeah, I want to get all you guys out there, and I want to do like, and this has been a goal of Zane's too, is to just get a huge bike posse. And I think it makes you feel safer on city streets and things like that, where okay, hey, there's 10 dudes all clustered together on bikes. Like if I can't be, I don't know. And I'm sure other people, if you ride, you're familiar with this. And I've dealt with this in the past, but people driving on the street, they don't like it when they see people on bikes. It makes them very angry, and they honk sometimes, and they shout things at you sometimes, and they'll ride really close to you sometimes, not realizing that, they could cause serious injury.
I'm definitely in the angry boat of the drivers.
I don't
believe that. Honk or yell shit, but
Same.
It's like if somebody is going 15 on a 45 mile an hour road, it's like it's hard to find the right time to pass them. So when you do it, it kind of does seem like you're doing it aggressively just because you want to get around them as fast as possible. And
so
then
you
I also
can get to where you're going a couple minutes before you would normally arrive. I get it.
Well, no, but I also like have to do it. Sometimes it's two lines, so you're not really supposed to go that far over.
Yeah, and when I'm on any kind of street like that, I would get as far over as I could, and shoulder it so that whoever's behind me could get around. Like I'm certainly thinking of drivers first, and the entire time I'm on any kind of city street. Like I don't want
to. What's your understanding of like traffic lights or whatever? Because that's the thing I don't like, is when a bicycle pretends to be a car, but then they come up to a traffic light and it means nothing.
Yeah, no, and
for a second,
and I called Zane on this because I'm learning a lot, you know what I mean? And I had these same questions, and we were riding around and we were acting like cars and following the rules, but then if you're roaring down a street and you get to, say, a stop sign and there's nothing coming, we just tear through. And same thing with like traffic lights. It would be a red light, but then we would, we're turning right. It's like we don't even stop, or we hop over onto the sidewalk and cheat around, And so I used to think the same thing driving around, like, hey, okay, so if you're going to be a bike and you're going to be following traffic, rules, like what is this when you want to bullshit, But then as we were doing it, I asked Zane the same thing. I'm like, hey man, so like what rules are we following? Is it all of them or some of them, or how's this work? And he didn't really have a good answer for me, so I don't know.
So I mean, it sounds like it's a less catchable car. Like we all want to do that in our cars too, but we fucking can't.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the etiquette is there,
I mean, it sounds like bikes just get away with it, and then cars just don't try to do it. And
cars probably would get away with it a lot, most of the time. It's just people don't want to take the risk. But
yeah,
and it feels like it's even riskier
a lot
for
of red
bike.
lights.
What's that?
Not if you're looking both ways.
Well, but I mean, if you get blasted by somebody, you've got no protection versus in a car.
Right, but I thought we were talking about like you come up to a red light and there's nobody coming in either direction. If you're on a car or a bike, you think you should be able to just go through it, which you should.
Sure.
Yeah, we didn't straight go through a red light, but we did like take a right turn on it before without any kind of, I mean, it was a chill little intersection, and we were going fast up to it, and we slowed down and did a 360, and like, okay, we can safely continue this momentum through the turn.
Now here's a question.
So I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, and maybe there's some real bikers out there that are like, you're giving us all a bad name. You know what I mean? I don't know.
when you line up in line with traffic, right?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to wait behind a car as if you're a car? Or are you allowed to like jump to the front and straddle between two cars in the middle lane and then take off?
So in my experience, and I've only gone on a couple big rides, and we're not on city streets much. We're only on those to get to like trailheads and stuff, or like the beginning of the path or whatever. And so anytime, I don't know why it worked out this way, but anytime we got to a red light, we were first in line. But if it was me, I would stop behind the car.
Okay.
And then go as fast as I could behind that car with a car behind me maybe. And then as soon as I was out of the intersection, I would get over to the far right so that car behind me could get around.
That sounds like the more right thing to do. Whereas I've had people who are on bikes, like just
go around,
cycle up to the front of the intersection. It's like, what are you going to do here?
On the side,
you just know that you can't be murdered by somebody. No one's going to run you over intentionally.
Yeah, it's like not another lane unless you have one of those cute little sidewalk with bike lanes.
You're like right on the dotted line there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm learning a lot. I don't like being on city streets, but sometimes you have to get around. But that's what I'm saying. Like if we have a crew of 6 riders or something, and we all agree in advance before we head out, like, hey, let's all stay together and let's all be cars. Let's all be one big car and follow them rules. I would be way into that. So I don't know. Good shit though, man. I tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm gonna go out on it today at some point. One of the caveats of me getting this bike was my wife. She's like, well, we got to get me one. I was like, that's cool. What do you want? And she's, I guess, for the longest time wanted a like one of those adult tricycles. And so she got one, and
to look this up.
We built it yesterday.
What's the?
It's by no means an exercise bike. And
what's the top speed on one of those?
It's a single gear, right? So it's like as quick as you can pedal it, and then it's got handle brakes like a normal bike would.
Isn't this what Kermit the Frog rode around in?
Exactly. No, I don't know. I see them and I see people on them, and all I can think of is that person looks like a dickhead. But my wife, she's always wanted one, so we got her that. We put it together the other day, and then we went to Phil. Which, geez, man, the instructions that came with this definitely translated to English from another language. It was a mess. No detail at all. It was like, okay, here's the components they want me to work on now. Let's see how I can figure this out. Every single step was like a freaking new brain game, a little puzzle to solve. So we got it built. We're airing up the tires for the first time, and I have an air compressor. And we looked on the tires, said they could take 50 pounds, I believe is what it was. And we start filling them up, and I'm blaming Zane on this one. He was there. He was helping me out. Straight. I mean, I thought someone shot a gun next to my ear, but he overfilled one, and he exploded the tire. So my wife's pretty pissed about that, and that's the next step right after we finish this podcast. Is I gotta take the fender cover off and then put a new tube in there and inflate it to the correct amount.
Yeah, I was gonna say my car tires take like 26 psi or something like that.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how much bike tires take. Like my bike, it's like 90 pounds that you put in there. Isn't that crazy?
I guess I don't understand how PSI works.
Yeah, me either.
I think that makes sense. It
just has to be harder.
Yeah, it's a it's like how if an elephant steps on your cock or whatever, it hurts, but it's worse to have like a 110-pound lady with a stiletto spike step on your cock.
Surface area, yeah. I got you. Yeah, tires are big and fat. And car tires, yeah.
Would be bad.
You're not using your cock again either way, but
I feel like you're more salvageable with the stiletto lady.
Dead.
This might be good for Joe, actually. A stiletto lady pierces his hog. Yeah, it might be good.
Did you have the cock in the dead pool because it's dead?
What they teach you in physics is that you would rather have the elephant step on the cock, all things being equal.
Spread it out.
Physics?
Yep.
Pancake dick.
Mr. Hopkins.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I don't know. I'm stoked, Kevin. We got a ride. I'm very excited. We can so if you go to Zane's, there's access to trails there. Same with my place. Same with your place. I would assume we could get over to Olentangy pretty easily. Carl, we gotta get you on a bike. Joe, I have one that you could use.
Yes.
Would say you could use it too, but it's just I think it's for somebody 6'1" and taller. It's crazy tall, this bike.
Well, I've told you I'm more than willing to go on the ride. Just FaceTime me. I'll use my stationary bike from my office. I will be there with you in spirit.
No, you're coming, man.
Nope. Give me a couple more weeks in this watch, and I'll be able to ride that bike. I'll be 6'3" and jacked.
Yeah,
the Olentangy Trail, is that the one that goes by Ohio Stadium?
Yeah, it gives you really good views of the city, from a perspective you're not used to, just a natural, beautiful, landscaped little park areas and public areas, and then the city skyline right in front of you. And what we like to do is start in Clintonville and then go south about 10 miles, 11 miles to Land Grant Brewery, and then Ray Ray's Hog Pit is parked over there, and so that's sort of your motivation is brisket and IPA, and then you have a little eat and a little drink, and then you ride back another 10 or 11 miles. And
Land Grant's open now?
It is, but it's a COVID pile, especially on the weekend. So what we do is we go in and we just buy a 6-pack, and then we have someone hit the Ray Rays, and then we leave and we go find a bench somewhere away from that madness and eat our treats. But really loving life, guys, right now. Happy about it. Except for I gotta go put a tube in a tire, and I didn't tell my wife I was gonna be podcasting, and I'm in a lot of trouble.
Shit.
I know. Joe, come over and have a porch beer with me today, bro. You got nothing going on. Come on, bring your smelly dog.
Okay. Yeah, I do have nothing going on.
You guys are welcome too. Come look at the pool.
Yeah. You're opening a pool. Have we've touched on this? How close are we to being able to swim in this pool?
We're so close. It's been so close for a month now, but I keep running into new issues. Right now, I'm in a stage where I'm using this pool putty to seal possible leaks that I have around the outside surface.
My God.
Yeah. So I keep.
Did you have these leaks previously, or are these new?
I think they're new. I keep putting water in, and then I keep losing water. You don't want to know what my last water bill was. It was stupid. And then
I do really want to know what.
I also do want to know what it was.
I don't want to say it.
$400.
It was that times a factor of 2.
Oh
Wow.
But you know what I think it was? I think it was half a bill split from when we filled it initially. So I don't know. I'm
hold on. Didn't
pissed.
at one point you say you had water delivered for this?
No, I didn't want to do that. That's a few $1,000s to have a tanker come out.
So it's still cheaper to do it.
No, we just did the hose.
If you're filling the whole pool.
Yeah, when we initially filled, it's a 30,000 gallon pool. When we initially filled it, it took 4 days straight of just running the hose in it. So, waiting for that next stimulus check. So should be fine.
Yeah. Well, be waiting a while. Next time you should have a water drive. I'll bring a gallon. Kevin will bring a gallon.
Yeah, everybody bring a gallon
too.
Yeah, get a hold of 28,000 other friends, and bada bing, bada boom, we're swimming.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. I do gotta go. Do you guys want to wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up.
All right.
Wrap it up like a cheap set of dicks.
Okay. Thanks for listening. As always, get a hold of us, be a part of the podcast. Join us for an episode if you want, so long as you're not that Michael kid that I had on that one time. That was a disaster. But
I thought we were never going to speak his name again.
Podcastrightnow.com is where you're going to find all the links. You can check out our Patreon if you want to support. there's our Twitter page there where you can directly communicate to us. And wear your mask, take a walk, take an exercise, put some vitamin D on your skins.
Keep your dogs out of the skunks.
Yeah, keep those dogs.
Buy a chirp shirt.
Get one of them chirp shirts.
Yeah, merch.podcastrightnow.com.
Yeah, wave to your neighbors, and as always,
well, unless your neighbors are racist, don't wave to them.
Well, everybody started this life as a innocent little baby, so
my hand still smells like a skunk.
Maybe you should stop touching yourself.
Oh, you got skunk dick, boy.
He's right.
I might.
So yeah. We will we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening, and be safe out there. Episode 154 for John, Joe, and Carl. Farewell. Podcast. That was fun.
Yeah, good times.
All right, I gotta go fix this tube. Joe, I'm serious. Come over, man.
I might run to Jerry's in a bit, so maybe we'll stop by your house too.
Do it. Bring him.
He's moved in, I think.
Oh, he's like over here now, huh?
Yeah, he's basically between you and Corey. So like Corey and me are now on the either opposites, and then you and him are.
Did Jerry on the house?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's like off
stakes.
Kind of a what's that?
Setting up stakes.
Setting up stakes.
Yeah.
He's planning to be here for a long time, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to lose him. Yeah, he's
doing
good man.
It's way too much space for him, but he's got a 4-car garage. He's going to be building a gym / arcade in, I think. So
that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys.